Welcome back, everyone, to another episode. We are here for another episode of everyone's favorite place to be on a Wednesday morning. Where else would you rather be on the internet on a Wednesday morning, Brandon? But right here at Practice, the show. Entrepreneurs don't fail at funnels because they're dumb. They fail because they focus on the wrong things. And tonight, we're breaking down the top 5 funnel mistakes that quietly kill conversions and cost you sales every single day. And this is not just theory, it's not fluff. These are real mistakes that we see over and over again. So if your funnel isn't converting the way it should, chances are you're making at least one of these mistakes. So stay with us until the end, because fixing just one of these mistakes could double your results. On tonight's episode of Pitch Practice, the show. My name is Mark, and I am the guy behind the Mental Marketer and the private Facebook group Funnel Building 101. Teach the newest art and science of funnel building to help content creators sell other people's stuff.
Brandon here, your chief business strategist with Brandon Growth Lab, helping you take your brand to new heights and help you conquer the local market. But dude, we got a problem. For whatever reason, my little text down here at the very, very bottom is very, very tiny and you can't read it.
Okay, what text is that?
The little white deal.
Oh, what white deal?
You don't see my name down at the bottom of the screen?
Oh. Yeah, I see it now. Okay, right there. It's like you've got the Brandon Chief Growth Strategist is large, and then I can't even see what those little small letters are.
Well, yeah, you gotta fix it.
Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on. Oh, that says Brandon Growth Lab. Hold on. Let's see if this will work. There it is. It's fixed.
No, you just took everything away.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me see here. Hold on.
No, you're not doing it.
Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. It could just be I don't know. They made a change, so maybe it's not really. Hold on, because let me see here. Okay, hold on. Let me see what happens on mine. Because if mine happens the same way, then it could be that with the changes that they've made in the software, yep. Yeah. I would say, it's just your website, brandongrowthlab.com. We have to keep moving. How's it going?
It'd be better if my website showed up, but it's Restream for you. You know, sucking as always. It's all right. We can move on from that.
Oh yeah, but Restream has announced a new feature that will allow us to stream simultaneously landscape and vertical. So it could be because that change I just popped on and I'm like, wow, we will be streaming on Instagram shortly. Instagram is a little bit different because it's sort of like the Facebook groups. Because you have to enter this key every time and you have to make it sync. Like right now, we didn't even sync with one of the Facebook groups, so we'll have to stream it in there later. It's just so some of the platforms don't make it as easy to stream, but we'll get through it and we will add another channel for streaming. I'm happy about that. What a week it has been this week, Brandon. You know, we talk about this being this show being a weekly survival masterclass for the modern entrepreneur.
Yeah.
because we like to talk about what we're going through during the weeks. And what are we, man? What's happened since last week? It's just been just a quick highlight of some of the things that have happened since last time we were on. At least as far as my week is concerned, tonight our topic is going to be about the top 5 mistakes that funnel builders make when you are building your funnels. And chances are that if you are not converting, of course, it's probably going to be the hook, story, and offer. It's either the hook, the story, or the offer. But we're going to talk about some of those other mistakes that you're making that could help you to build a high converting funnel. Um, yeah. So, yeah, this past week, oh my gosh, Brandon, I got my pages back. I got
That's
my
good.
pages back. You remember a couple weeks? Man, I won't say a couple weeks because I've been having that issue for probably about a month now. And I think I put that post out there with the error that I was having. And I tried a few things, removing a domain, re-adding it. Turns out, did you see my post about what the problem was?
I did. I mean, I saw that you got it back, but I didn't read what the problem was.
Okay. Because turns out, and if you're out there listening, ClickFunnels users, this I found out that this is a common occurrence because I was also speaking with other ambassador Dan Havey, and you know what he told me? He said, just nuke the whole workspace. That's always his solution, right? He's like, yeah, just nuke the whole thing and just start cleaning a new one. But I'm like, this is like this workspace has all my stuff in it. I don't want to just nuke it, right? So he was having the same problem. And turns out that what it was a corrupted file in a universal footer.
Mm.
That's what it was. So every page that I had that universal footer in, it was just throwing an error code, and I wasn't able to open it. And I was so happy to just remove that footer code. No, not that footer code, but the universal footer. And then boom, I got my pages back. Oh my gosh, I almost jumped for joy. So yeah. So this was one of the footers that I'd created. Oh my gosh, Brandon. I've had this I made that footer, back before it was popular to be on ClickFunnels 2.0, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, um, those old files and old saved um, elements or sections, they can cause a little bit of issue. I think I had a um, similar issue when it came to the universal stuff when 2.0 came out, especially around stores. Um, the cart, that you couldn't put the cart widget in a universal block and the block be in the blog itself, because like ClickFunnels is split into like 4 chunks, right? You got the funnels, you got the website, you got the blog, and then you got the store. And all 4 of those are like literally different environments that are kind of puzzle pieced together and will work interchangeably. However, I don't know if they've ever fixed it, but that cart element pretty much the same thing that your I'm thinking about that your universal block did to yours, especially if it's like an old one, and maybe some of the files and codes are just deprecated and they didn't update it, or just didn't get updated because it was just saved to that universal deal that it's they don't really touch it. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah. I think there's probably been probably been 100 updates in the software since I initially created that universal section. But I did want to just share that experience because it's a common occurrence, and especially speaking to other ClickFunnels users, especially ambassadors. Dan Havey, he said, just looking at, he said that was the same error that he was having in one of his accounts, and he had to go through, and I think for him, he had the universal footer on probably a couple dozen, maybe 3 dozen pages. For me, it was more like a couple dozen. So, and then I had some pages and some of my site pages. I had some of the the landing pages that you can create, and then I also had some funnels. I've stripped that out. My pages are back, so you can happily go to thementalmarketer.com and my page will be alive, and you'll be able to sign up and register for my weekly newsletter. And speaking of newsletters too, because over the past week, we're both I'm still going for my bronze badge 5. I do still have the appointment scheduled this week, and but they've also released a couple more of the offers, well, the items that were promised to us at the for the for the offer. Um, Daily Draft. I think Daily Draft has gone live now. Daily Draft has gone live. And then I know, you know what I happened to do? Maybe it wasn't this offer, but I went in and I actually went through the last secret, Brandon.
You finally
Eh,
went through Last Secret. I have it. I have not messed with it, and I probably should.
You want you want to see what I did?
Would would you put
I
together?
I have a white label video hosting platform.
Mm, nice.
You want Yes. You want to check it out?
Yeah, let's take a look
Well,
at it.
okay. So what I did was, I think one of the great things about it is this is just initial. This is just initial. Creating, because they literally gave us the entire funnel as a. They literally gave us the entire funnel as just a copy, and just use this, and then on the back end you put in the products. They gave us the products, and then they also just basically gave us everything that we needed to start um a white label video hosting software. Oh, and you know what else I did too? I hooked up my CF Pro Tools. CF
Nice.
Pro CF Pro Tools. We got our access to that too. Did you get your access there, or did you already have access?
I've never had it, but yes, I have it now. So,
Yes.
in fact, I'm just in it now, and hopefully we can share the screen, kind of give people a little demo of what it is. So what do you got? You
Cool.
got
Cool. My player is called Video Funnel.
all right.
Yes. Try Video Funnels for free. Yeah. It's a interactive video hosting and video funnels. I still need to come through here and actually change out the images. I'll probably change out some of the copies, but it is a working. I've got it all set up in the back end. I've got the product in here. You can go in and actually purchase this at one of the levels of one of the levels, one of the programs. One is a cloud, one is the standard, but it enables you to turn any video into a funnel. I'm really excited about this because I'm now going to be in the process of not just offering this for all of the everyone that's in my agency, my sub account. It's definitely going to be something that we want you to we want you to host your videos on this platform. Why? Why host your videos on something like Video Funnels? Because,
So,
uh,
I was going to answer, but if you're going to answer, go
oh
ahead.
no, oh no, go ahead, go ahead.
I said, if you put it on YouTube, one, you don't own it. Two, YouTube's going to show an ad over it, or um, they're going to show other videos that'll get people distracted and pop off your page. So having a dedicated video hosting will allow you to keep everything clean, simple, and add a little bit more dynamics to your actual funnel itself. And you know, the the thing that powers this is absolutely crazy. I mean, I use the software myself, not reselling it, but I have yet to even really dive into the funnel side of it.
Yeah,
As far
that's
as being able to do the opt-ins on the page and all that kind of stuff, and or move people to a specific video based on an answer that they may answer on the video itself. So like there's just so much you can do with it.
absolutely, absolutely. You know, one of my redesigns, well, that I'm working with, he created a survey funnel, and we're going to turn that survey funnel into a video funnel. Do you know what I'm talking about, Brandon?
Yes.
Yes, it's awesome. You just come up with an introduction. You could turn a survey funnel, surveys into a video funnel, because you can have questions and then give them an option to answer. Hey, are you business or residential? And then boom, the video stops right there. Let them choose their option to go, you know what I'm talking about, residential roofing or commercial roofing. And
Hmm.
then for each answer, then you send them down a particular path of finding out more information. What's your business size? And then you let them answer. And then at the end, you can actually collect leads directly in that video. I'm so excited about that, Brandon. You know, a lot of people have asked about, what is that thing that you can turn videos into funnels? Well, the answer is video funnel. How do you like that, Brandon?
That's nice, dude. Yeah, I'd be honest. I started that, then I got squirreled and bored with it. It was like, oh, this is too much tech stuff for me right now, and I just wasn't mentally into it. But it does make sense for the home service industry to have a video funnel. Roofer, plumber, landscaper, whatever. And you bring that up. Are you residential, commercial? I've been seeing this electrician ad pop up, and it's a horrible ad. And if have ever watched the webinar that I put up of the three biggest mistakes small business owners make, this is mistake number all of them. And
Mistake number, all of them.
and um yeah, like the first thing they ask, like, you residential or commercial? And I'm like they're trying to make an ad that speaks to more than one person
Right. Mm-hmm.
at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they have to be burning through money. And I've reached out. Obviously, what kind of response you get when you reach out to somebody cold and saying, "Hey, your ad sucks," right? They don't probably take too kindly with that, but I don't care. If I see a shitty ad, I'm just going to message them and say, "Hey, your ad sucks. I can fix it," and just see how far that gets me. that's I mean, that's just where I'm at this point. Is like I don't like I care, but I don't care, in the sense that everybody's spending money and just burning money um, left and right. Doesn't make any sense. Then they wonder why they hate marketing, is because they're just throwing shit up against the wall and see if it sticks. And small business owners are the absolute worst when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it's no fault of their own. They don't have the education. Um, most of them don't have the education to know and understand what a proper ad should be, how it should be worded, targeted, and who you're actually advertising to. They just think they're just looking to advertise to everybody, and the right person will just wander in the door.
Yeah, yeah. And that's exactly, it's interesting that you say that because that's exactly what I'm gonna be touching on tonight. It's going to be those 5 mistakes that people make when building funnels. Now, what I consider funnels are like weapons. They're weapons that you deploy for your particular circumstances. You can deploy funnels to for you can deploy cancellation funnels to stop a leaky faucet or stop a lead from leaving. You can deploy funnels to, and I did, I've been working deeply with Partiv and his 100K blueprint, and how all of the work that he's done with direct mail over the years, and we are digitizing and automating a lot of those processes. And there's these different funnels that we're deploying into these businesses to handle different circumstances. So we have a concern with what's one of the biggest thing that business owners know is going to bring them the most leads, but they fail to do it. Ask for the referral. So we're deploying funnels that will automate the process, and it asks for the referral for you. That's how you fix leaky leads, right?
It's 100% how to do it.
Yeah. We're building all these funnels to deploy them. So that roofer, electrician, or plumber, they need help deploying the right funnel to get people in. And one of the biggest mistakes, just since you've already touched on one of the biggest mistakes, we'll just make that one number one that you said, and it is, excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, and that mistake was the mistake of, let me just get that. Okay, it's, well, kind of trying. Okay, hold on. It's basically trying to sell too many things at once,
Mm.
confusing headlines, multiple CTAs, competing offers, and when people are up, when people are unsure of what to do, they do nothing. That's what funnels allow you to do. One page for one goal. And that's one of the biggest mistakes that people make when building their funnels. You've already touched on it, Brandon, and it's kind of heartbreaking to see, right?
It is, and kind of going through it myself with this trade show that I'm trying to put together as well.
With the what?
Um, trying to put a trade show together as well, and I'm running into the same roadblocks of what the owner wants, comparative to one, the topic of the trade show, and two, the niche of the companies itself that they're trying to shove into this 10 by 10 booth. And it's super frustrating in the sense that, you go to a trade show, you do one thing, you do one thing well, that's what you sell, and then you cross sell once you have the the initial product in possession, right?
Hmm.
And trying to, again, be everything to everybody instead of one thing to somebody. Being the one thing to somebody will pay bigger dividends than trying to be everything to everybody for small business. Okay, I mean, even for like bigger companies like Amazon that truly is everything to everybody,
Hmm.
they're still one thing to somebody, right? It's just that that one thing to somebody is somebody that is impatient and just wants something right then and there, and they just happen to have everything to be able to deliver it. But not every small business is Amazon and has the logistics capabilities to do it. So just figure out your niche and get that product in the people's hands.
Yeah. Can I show an example of of yeah, I'm just pulling up something that I found when I was doing some research previously, and I was like, man, this is just the perfect example of just way too much going on. This is going to be an email that I received, and I just documented. So let me give you an example of just too much, too much. This ad right here. Well, this is like it's like roofing. I see a little bit of roofing in there. I see graphic design. I see what is that? Chicken and food.
Yeah, I mean graphics.com, sure. I mean, I would if that is obviously what they do, great, but the the concept should be segmented per niche instead of just dumped all on one page.
Yeah, yeah. It's and when you think about it, if you're confused about what's on the page, then the person reading it will also be confused. Um, they will. They will. So you can avoid that with the funnel. One goal, one goal, one page. All right. So here's number two. Um, Number two biggest mistake is focusing on design instead of the offer. We mean obsessing over colors, fonts, animations, fancy layouts, but ignoring the offer clarity, the value proposition, and how irresistible your offer is. A mediocre design with a strong offer can win every time. A beautiful funnel with a weak offer will fail quietly. What are your thoughts about that, Brandon?
I've seen some ugly funnels or ugly landing pages, and they seem to be converting like gangbusters. Um, I was talking with one of the guys from Closers.io. They're trying to get me signed up for the program, and they were saying one of the guys they work with. This was their funnel. It was at a high level, and I think I even have that template too from one of Hermosi's deal. Yes, I said it. That which shall not be named. I apologize wholeheartedly here. Okay. Um,
Undercover.
undercover. It's for research purposes. Okay, you have to know and understand your competition. Anyway, um, I don't pay for it. So the the landing page itself was hideous. It was like a headline, subheadline. I don't even think it was a, and then a form, email address, maybe name as well, and then a button. That was it, and then a thank you page. Um, and they said this guy was bringing in, I don't know, a couple hundred leads a day from it. I forget what the offer was. The offer was probably some other make money online or generate more leads type offer. So I've come to find a lot of the um, successful funnels are like the snake eating the tail, if you know what I mean.
Mm.
It's the make money online offer. It's the generate more leads offer type deal to the right person, obviously. But it's doing the same thing that you're doing to do it. You know what I mean?
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like
So
it's
of
like
course it's gonna.
I'm selling you to do the same thing that I'm doing to sell other people,
Yeah, exactly. Like that's
which
basically
is
what it was.
buy my course to show you how to make other people buy your course to sell them. It's like
Yes,
that, right?
something. I think it was something like that.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I don't know if there was like a consulting thing behind it as well for marketing purposes. But again, it was still a course or something of that nature that to resell to create your own. You know, you know how it goes. But yeah, it was like, how does this work? Like I made pretty cool, decent looking landing pages that have modeled ones that worked. and I don't get half the opt-in. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So we'll figure that out eventually.
I think that, you know what, that brings up mistake number 3. I think that's going to bring up our next mistake that people make with uh uh selling funnels, and that is sending cold traffic to a direct sales page.
Oh,
No trust, no relationship, no pre-framing. You skipping the lead magnet, you're skipping a bridge page, you're skipping authority positioning, you're skipping warming up. Cold traffic needs warming, and funnels exist for that reason. Now, when you're sending the wrong traffic, that's what I would say. You're sending that, and that's just what, how you can make a mistake. You can have a beautiful funnel, beautifully designed, but if you're not sending the right traffic with the right message, there's going to be a message mismatch. So I
yeah,
think
message marketing mismatch hugely. Um, I I know somebody that's doing this um, bigly. Um, I'm probably gonna
bigly,
tell them, yeah, bigly, and I'm probably gonna tell them stop doing this. But he's got to learn. You got to get the chops in. Has to be comfortable running ads, testing it, and seeing if it works. Tweaking it as they go, um, and rock and rolling with it. But yeah, the ad is going directly to a sales page instead of a lead magnet. Simply because they just want to make money as quickly as possible on it. And I'm not going to like discourage anybody from not wanting to make money as quickly as possible if the offer, if they feel is solid enough to go and do. But that's one of the things that I had to explain is like, I've had like he had, I don't know, less than 100 people hit the page or whatever, and like nothing happened. I was like, well, let's break it down for what's happening. One, it's only been 3 days for to begin with. Two, you're only spending X number of dollars per day, which isn't very much. So your reach isn't um, that big. Three, you're asking them to spend 600 times what you're spending in advertising per day
yeah,
on the offer.
yeah,
Like it, the math doesn't really math when it comes to that kind of stuff.
yeah.
So, like I said, run it, get it at least seasoned or whatever, get it out there. I told them to edit the page, put at least a video on there, sales letter, 5-10 minutes explaining what they're going to be getting and why it's important to at least warm them up before you try to, take them
It-
to the bedroom.
here's what gets me, right. Okay, just think about your own buying behavior. Just think about your own buying behavior. How many times do you click an ad and then pull out your credit card and pay $600?
I just I I did it for half that today actually, but
Yeah, but it's probably not something that you saw once. It's probably something
uh,
that you may have been interested in previously, but
well,
there is like more than likely like this dollar amount that, okay, you might have to do a little bit more research before you actually plop this money down. And then some people are, because I always remember my first experience online when when I saw this ad in front of me, and I said, oh, I'm gonna come back to that. Now I did come back to it later, but when you're thinking about, when you're thinking about ads, like running ads, and you're like, oh, my ad is not working. Sometimes it just takes a little bit more time for them to be warmed up. And you also hope that they don't come out of your funnel and then go find it somewhere else and go buy it from another competitor. You know, there's a lot. That's the shadow funnel, right?
Mhm. Well, I mean, this is a pretty unique offer for what it is. I doubt that's going to be happening. But in to further clarify of me just whipping out the credit card after seeing an ad, it wasn't an ad; it was actually an email. So I was already on somebody's list, and it's somebody already purchased from before as well. So that trust factor was already like there. I'm already in the program. It was an upsell, something that I could use, especially in the certification program when it comes to building out um, these landing pages and things like that, because you need copy, and part of it was dealing with copy and AI assisted copywriting, email writing, um, ad writing, social media writing, all that kind of stuff was all there. So it made sense. It was the next logical thing to buy, so it made sense to
But
do it.
look at what you had there though. You had an established relationship. This wasn't a, I just saw an ad and then boom. This was an established relationship. You'd made purchases from them before. People need warming up. Yeah, I think there are people that are out there that are in the you know how the stages are: hot, warm, cold. There are people out there that are just ready to drop, they're ready to buy, but the majority of people are either going to be on that middle warm stage or the freaking freezing cold stage.
Hmm.
That's just the
Now,
majority of people. And
I'm,
uh-huh.
I was going to say this, and I broke their funnel though. I think
What do you
um,
mean?
so. This company is notorious. I wouldn't call them notorious. They're great at running their offers in the sense that they introduce true scarcity into their offers. Because like once they say cart's closed, cart is closed. You cannot go back. I figured out how to go back.
See there, but you see there though, and that was not established with just seeing one ad. That is something that you can kind of inject. You can inject that into the psychology, because it's funny you say that, Brandon, because we kind of both know how Russell will say this is not going to be available, and then you're like, it'll be available, right?
For
You're
Russell, typically yes. This organization typically no,
like,
but they tend to run it back a couple months or a couple weeks down the line. They'll run it back again. Might not be the exact same offer. You could be paying. It'll be the same offer, but you may be paying more for it, right?
yeah,
So I was like, this was like their initial test deal. It was only supposed to be 100. I got an email said, oh, there's like 14 left. I looked at it. I clicked it. The screen said 14 left. I waited another 2 days. I got an email says, oh, all 100 have been taken. Darn, you're out. I said, BS, bull crap. Let me see if I got this page saved in my phone there. So I opened it up. I found the page. When I opened it, the page refreshed out of the cart because I was at the cart at the one time, and it refreshed out of the cart to the landing page. It says, "Oh nope, it's out." But I went up to the address. I back spaced a little bit there. Got back to the cart. Nah, I bought it. So, and I got the discount code that I found in my email on the discount code for it. So,
they're gonna
if there's will, there's way. They took my money, so they better give me the product. And I'm pretty sure they did.
you're gonna
So
get an email. You're gonna get, you know what? If that's the case, you know what? I want to go back and get those 50 agency accounts. That's been burning my hide, Brandon. That's been burning my
I
hide.
don't I don't even I don't even know how many I have for that, but it's funny because when I looked at my email, like after I got it, and um like I see the receipt here at like 30, 20 minutes later, because I guess I'm signed up on their list on two different emails. Um I just got the receipt I'm looking at, and then it says bad news, 100 installs sold out. Like the receipt is right there. But I got I got the email on my other account earlier in the day.
That's
So
interesting. But you can actually train your customers to that's why I thought, oh, Russell's gonna keep it, but I don't know. I think he's sticking with that one. So that was kind of a surprise to me. But I don't think we still know because I don't think it says you have up to. So I don't know unless you start filling it in until you get to the point where it says you have no more. But I don't think there's a way
yeah,
to really tell how many you have right now. I haven't seen anybody that knows.
no,
Um, as
no.
far as I'm concerned, I got the offer when it was 50.
I don't look, I saw it, and then later that day I went back to the link and it didn't have the little cross out. And I was like, well, am I getting it or am I not getting it? Because I didn't have time. Like I couldn't buy the offer at the time. But anyway, regardless. Speaking of
Yes.
offer though, did you see the meme that they put up? I sent it to you on
Yeah,
uh
I did, but you know what?
you didn't you
I
didn't know what they were
didn't.
talking about?
I kind of did. I kind of did, but I was like, huh. I was like, they're just going straight out like that and saying what they're copycatting, or it was.
I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I don't know. It kind of came out of it was just, one of those memes that when somebody steals from you and you look at them like this,
No.
right?
Yes, I don't know. I don't know if that which shall not be named is running a similar offer or not. So I just thought it was interesting that
Yeah.
that meme came out like 2 weeks later.
You think that's what it is? Because I was like, okay, that's what I was wondering. Did someone, copy that offer? But yeah, cool. All right. And that
Anyway,
brings us to what we've touched on. Three top 5 mistakes that are made in funnels. Now, here's the next one, and that is not addressing objections on the page. People don't buy because they have doubts, they fear wasting money, they're uncertain about the results, and they don't trust you yet. And if your funnel doesn't answer these objections before they arise, then conversions are going to drop dramatically. This mistake just takes me back to Myron Golden, what he always talks about. Well, he's talked about, and he talks about a lot, but one of the things he talks about is that people will uh people will trust you when you're saving them from danger more than they will when you're trying to lead them to something positive. You heard him say that before. Like if you're gonna lead with a headline, you'll get more results if you say how to avoid these deadly mistakes. And if you notice, that was how I titled today's episode. They will respond better to negative or trying to avoid pain than they will than trying to move towards pleasure. Um, and there are objections that are in their mind when they're landing on the page, period. And if you don't address those before they come up, then they're going to be super hard to overcome because they're going to back out and they're going to go get the answer from somewhere else. I think were we talking about that recently? Um, about just the objection and being able to hit it before it even comes up. Yeah, I know we were because you were talking about one of your hit by a bus
yeah,
meetings. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
The
it's
the
just
one that
it's mhm.
the one that walked away and then started doing stuff himself. Again, without the proper foundation, just gonna be pain in the wind.
Yep. It's a mistake. It's a mistake if you don't address those objections. Some people think that they just put they just put all of the positive things that their product can help someone do. But it's not just the positive things that will get someone to pull out their credit card. The people want to know that the fears that they have are going to go away. They want to know that they can trust this product, that it's going to get a result. So it's not just enough to say, oh, like just for example, let's just take for example a vitamin or a mineral. And you could say this has 14 grams of protein, and it has 18 liters of fat. Yeah, that's great. What does it mean for them, for that customer? What does it mean
Mhm.
for that customer? It means that no more. And what does it mean? You'll have that beach body in no time. No more, in their objections. What's the negative thing that they're going to avoid as a result of taking, those vitamins? No more late night headaches. You'll wake up feeling better. You'll have way more energy. Those are the types of things that you need to overcome, or actually find out what is their pain that's actually driving them to want those vitamins. Why do people want vitamins, right? Maybe they want it to prolong their life. Maybe they feel they've been sluggish lately. They want more energy. So if they want more energy, then you may want to focus on not being tired anymore. Do you know what I mean? get rid get rid of that sluggish feeling that hits you right at the afternoon. If you want to get rid of that sluggish feeling. I think we were coming on today and I was talking about how I had given up eating pork, and then I've had some pork this week. And then I realized why I gave up pork, because I feel terrible. It like just makes my head, I don't know, it just feels, I could just tell when I eat pork.
Too much
Um,
salt.
yeah, but for me, that is a negative effect, and that's what I want to avoid. And when you can address some of those objections in your copy or on your page, you'll have higher conversions. Number five, and the last one, Brandon. You want to take a stab at it? You think you know what it's going to be?
Not getting help.
Uh, almost.
Well, I tried.
It is ignoring the follow up, because most sales
Uh,
don't happen on the first click. Many funnel builders don't build an email sequence. They don't retarget, they don't nurture, and they don't stack touch points. A funnel without follow up is just an expensive landing page. What are your thoughts about that?
yeah, money's in the follow up. So um, without that, you really got nothing. Um, the number one thing to try to build, and when building a business, is building your list. I was going through one of the old um, 2CCX trainings that I got access to, and it was kind of a rehash of one of the funnel hack. It was a rehash of the linchpin funnel hacking live, and that's the first thing that they set up, is to set up your lead magnet to um, start your newsletter, and um, that is part of the whole follow up. So the number one, the very first and like front end funnel every business should have is that lead magnet funnel, to then follow up, to then sell your stuff on the back end, because more business is done via email than anybody just randomly clicking an ad and buying right then and there, unless they already know, like, and trust you and have done so before.
Yeah. The name of the game with building funnels is follow up. The name of the game is follow up. It's not, it's recognizing that most people will not buy on the first click or the first exposure to you and or your product. And that's the point that we were making, when when we'll just say when someone new starts out and they
Mhm.
think that they've got the best offer in the whole world. Why doesn't everybody want this? How many times do you see people say that, Brandon? It's like, why aren't people buying this? And then, but then they'll ask you, do you think this isn't good?
Um, yeah. I don't know what to tell them. I hate telling them the babies are ugly. I did it once
You
and
did?
fixed it for them. I did it once and fixed it for them, and it worked out very well for them. The, you know, these is like coming out of COVID. Bad timing in their life to really take it on and couldn't get out of their own head, and they cared too much, which isn't a bad thing. When you're dealing with people and the type of people that you're dealing with, if they're willing to give you their money, take their money. It's on them to follow through. Like you can only take them to the water, can't make them drink. And if they're not going to follow the program after paying you the $500,000 to do it, then that's their fault. Okay. The only reason I say that is because I purchased personal training coaching over the internet, and it was probably one of the scariest things I ever did entire life buying that high ticket program. But I'm glad I did. I wish I didn't need it in the sense that having to pay somebody for accountability, but it did help and it worked. Like I did the program, did what they told me. I was like, better do what they told me. I paid. I paid them to tell me what to do, so I better do it. It's not, excuse me, it's a waste of money. So, well, we were talking about following up, and I just got on a rare tangent there. Um,
No, you were just talking about telling people how just not being so quick to tell people that their funnel is ugly.
oh yeah, tell them it's ugly. Like, be brutal. Like, this is business. Like, we're not here to be friends. Sure, we can be friends, but we're here to make money. And if it's ugly and if it's not working, you got to be upfront and say, "Hey, dude, you got to change it. It's not working." But don't make 50 million changes at once. Change a headline, change an image out, adjust the font slightly, but don't like do a complete teardown overhaul if it's not working.
Yeah. What do you think?
Excuse me.
What do you think? Do you think this is good? And it's not really what we think. I think I learned this a long time. You know what matters? The people that pull out their wallets, their opinion matters. And if it's someone that is not your target customer and it's not the one that's pulling out their wallet to pay you, then they can't really give you that advice and say whether it looks good or not. um, like we talk about, people focus more on design, copy, location of the logos. That stuff matters, but I think what you're communicating, that you're sending the right traffic,
Hmm.
that you address the objections, that you are not confusing, and you're not doing more than one thing on the page. Those are the things that matter, and those are the mistakes that can cost your conversion rate in the end. We've touched on 5 of those tonight, and we believe that if you can just correct one of those mistakes, it could increase your conversion rates dramatically.
Actually, yeah, one of them. Well, I mean, one of them can fix the whole kit and caboodle. Fix all five, man, and you got a formula for success. But if you got five wrong,
Two
you need
CC, two
you need you need some
CCX
help.
funnel.
You need some help. So I found that ugly funnel or that ugly landing page. You want to see it?
Let's see it.
You want to see it?
Make sure you're not. Make sure you're not. I don't know. Is it anyone we know?
No, this is like the template that is built off of.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a template that is built off of.
What you got?
Uh,
What you got? What you got?
oh, where is it here? Nope, not that one. Not that one. Where's that?
Just want to throw a shout out there to Edwin. This sounds super valuable and straight to the point. Love when experts break down the real funnel killers with no fluff. Hey, we're in the trenches like you, Edmund. We're Edwin. Yeah, we're out here every day. I see your posts out there, and I know we've actually worked together a while ago on a couple projects. But I love your work, man. Keep up the great work from one funnel builder to another. Love your stuff, man. Love it. Love giving shots out to people that comment. So if you're out there and you're listening and you're watching and you want to throw a comment, give us a shot in the comments and you might get featured right here on the show, baby. Let's see it. Oh my gosh.
This is it. So this is a version of it. So it's logo, attention local service businesses, pack count, qualified new clients every week using AI calling. Our guarantee: if you don't receive any new customers, it's 100% free. Plus, keep our system for life.
That that's it.
Yeah. Yes. How many new customers do you business take each month? Oh, 10, 20. What's your revenue? This is the qualifier right here. It's like, do you even want to work with them?
Yeah.
Right. So, how much do you
Answer
have?
honestly so we can help you best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Then it goes website.com
Really?
because it's obviously not set up right.
Really? Buy a domain, get a free website.
This
That's
isn't the deal. This is like this. It's the it's the template, dude. It's not the real. It's not the real deal.
okay. That's the template. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And I think yeah. Ugly that communicates great beats beautiful and confusing all day long. All day long. All day. Yep. If it's if it's just a sometimes a funnel could just be a link, sending somebody a link, a payment link. Yeah. DM me. I'll send you the check. That's it. Got some after I've gotten a lot of things cleared up with my site, I'm excited about starting to really dig into more of the tools that we have for our agency. I did go in there and I did set up a newsletter, but I really want to. I set up a newsletter in Daily Draft, but when I went through, I didn't actually create it. I actually set it up to be done on automation. So it's supposed to do the research and deliver a ready to publish blog article for me every Monday. Still, I'm still debating on the name for it. I had my newsletter for a long time, and it wasn't really much of a collection of articles and news things. I was really seriously into, how Russell calls it, your Seinfeld emails. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I like the Seinfeld emails because it gave you a chance to just talk about things and then relate them back to funnels, you know. And this is a different type of newsletter, if you ask me. This is more of a newsletter that is compiling articles to share. So it's sort of a different it's sort of a different newsletter to me. What do you think about the Daily Draft? It is
No,
not.
I hear what you're saying, but you can set it up so that it's not just creating articles. Does
Yeah,
that make sense? So like you can
there's
set
an AI
your,
persona.
yeah, there's that, but it also like can actually just write topics, not just pull in articles.
Okay, okay.
Does that make sense? And that's it with the um so if you go into like the newsletter layouts, um you can give the AI custom instructions for drafting the newsletter. And then you can do a curated digest. You can do a minimal update, product announcements, promotional email, standard newsletter, and weekly roundup. And then you
Yeah.
can customize the layout itself. Um, yep. So I haven't dove into it just yet. I did generate the one, and I thought it looked pretty good. And then I put the code into Claude to kind of clean it up a little bit, and based on like because it'll create it and then it'll grade itself, and based on the grade, I threw it in Claude to make it grade better, and then I put it back in. So there's some work to it. I wish it was like it just worked, but you gotta work it a
Um,
little bit there.
yeah. um, that newsletter, like, yeah, we just got really live data. Well, just got it released to us. I'm gonna be diving into it because I really like the fact that it can curate it for you, but I still like the personal stories and the personal touches with the emails that are like the Seinfeld sequence. But so I'm thinking, maybe I'll just add this on as an additional newsletter, from my other, newsletter. Or, hey, you know what? If you've got any ideas out there about what you would recommend for a weekly newsletter or daily newsletter, I'm open for ideas. I love getting ideas from people. What do you want? A weekly funnel roundup? Weekly marketing roundup? Do you want me to weekly just show? It would call it like like each week we're deploying different funnels and how to deploy each funnel in different situations. Or yeah, if you're watching this and you've got an idea, put it down in the comments. Edwin, I know you know. Or any ideas, always open for it. Great talking tonight. Awesome episode. Thanks for tuning in. I think we're at that time, Brandon. Any final words?
um, yeah, keep being awesome. We are 2 months down. Okay, month ends this Saturday. So we were 2 months of the year. We got 10 months to go. If you haven't started your campaigns yet, I'm seeing all the ads. I'm seeing all the ads now for the landscapers, roofers, plumbers. Great. You know, glad you're doing it. But if you haven't started, you're way behind 8 ball. But I definitely can get you up and running as quickly as possible, so you can start getting leads in uh, by at least the beginning of springtime.
Ramped up.
Yep. That's
That,
it, man. Enjoy
that's
your
it.
night.
Thanks for tuning in tonight, everyone. We